To be a teenager during lockdown, it is very hard because you're stuck alone with your thoughts. Our mental health goes downhill when in situations like this. When my life changed overnight, I did go from being all this happy to kind of wanting my life back, because it got repetitive every day, like having to do the same things, and it was just so long.
During lockdown, the charity Big Kid Foundation turned virtual by keeping contact with young people digitally.
Consistency is key, and I feel like young people value that consistency. We do have a lot of young people that are at risk, and it does mean a lot to them to know that there is someone in their corner championing them, and we wanted to make sure that we didn't lose that rapport with them.
Having everything change over one night was quite overwhelming, because all of a sudden I wasn't allowed to leave my house. I couldn't see my friends, I couldn't see my family. Now that it's been over 3 months, it's getting even more difficult to get used to being trapped in my house.
I think a lot of young people, I think they need to get more opportunities on what they can do personally. They need more people to reach out. Maybe they don't know who to talk to.
But as the lockdown starts to ease, Big Kid Foundation is organising socially distanced activities to keep young people across London motivated for their futures.
To communicate, it's important for young people because it allows them to have a voice and make them feel that they play a part, an important part, and so they don't feel alone at all, and they feel like there's someone that's actually there to care about them.
Our priority was to make sure that they still felt engaged, they still felt cared for, and they were still being occupied through this period, so they didn't feel alone. Now it's just continuing our work virtually, but putting plans in place to be able to hold sessions with social distancing in mind.
The thing that needs to change for young people is young people should definitely feel like they have a voice in society and they can speak out on anything that they can. Being able to go out freely without having to wear a mask, without having to be careful with who's around me. I took that for granted severely because I didn't realise how much it actually meant to me and how important it was.
Jem O'Reilly, BBC London.